guys, Mr. Catlin here. We're looking at your homework problems 1.7. We're going to jump right in with problem number 1. And we're looking at a blueprint for a building that has a rectangular room that measures 3 inches by 5.5 inches. So let's just sketch that real quick. We've got 3. Let's make this the shorter side, and then we'll go 5.5 long. That looks pretty good. Just a sketch to help give us a visual of what's happening here. So this is on a blueprint. So that's a scale drawing, essentially. So we got 3 inches up here on the width, and it calls it the width as 5.5, but I would argue that's the length, but we're not going to get into that. We got a rectangle 5.5 by 3. All right, the scale for the blueprint. So you've got a scale on the blueprint in the bottom corner somewhere probably, and it tells you that 1 inch is equal to 10 feet. So you've got this 1 inch is to 10 foot scale. Alright, so anytime that we're going to use a scale and a scale drawing to find out what the dimensions are and the real thing of the actual building, then we are going to set up a ratio. That's our process, okay? So we're going to set up a ratio here. The drawing being the top part of the ratio of what the length is on the drawing compared to what it is in real life. Alright, so we know that every 1 inch in the drawing is equivalent to 10 foot in real life. So it's asking us about what are the dimensions of the rectangle. Well, that would be length and width of the actual rectangular room in real life. So not inches on paper, but feet in the actual building that you're going to step into. So let's set this up as 1 inch is to 10 foot. That's our ratio. And we're going to set this up. Let's find the 3 first, because that's going to be really easy. All you got to do to find that is set up this ratio, and then you can find your scale factor between the 1 to 3. This would be one way to do this. You can multiply that by 3. You could also look at the relationship between 1 to 10, and that is times 10. So there's 2 ways to see this. You can go this way vertically, or you can look at the relationship here of times 10. Notice that it is changing from inches to feet. Alright, so we can't just multiply by 10 and say 30 inches. But we can multiply by 10 and say 30 feet. And that would be the correct height of the new room. So we know that it is 30 foot by, well, we got to do the same scenario here for the 5.5. So 5.5 inches. What would that be in feet? Well, I think the easiest connection is the top to bottom. You just multiply it by 10, and you got it. So we multiply this by 10. We get 55. Remember to change it to feet. It's not 55 inches. So in real life, we have a 30 by 55 foot rectangular room, and that is the dimensions of the room in the actual building. Hey, that's a great way to end the video.